Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bob's Den. This article is a little different than what I normally do. It's concerning Byron Allen, Comcast, and ADOS. If you've been following the ADOS movement, especially when Byron Allen and what it wasn't Comcast, it was the other one. Comcast. Because we're not with Comcast. I forgot who we with. I think it's Comcast. Yeah. But anyway, Comcast settled the racial discrimination lawsuit with him. And like Antonio Moore said, and Yvette Carnell, this civil rights thing at the Supreme Court and going after that right of ADOS, African Americans, to have a right to contract work with different organizations was about ADOS African Americans, or basically black people who they choose not to have work with, to not work with them. It's basically remove the right of that. But if they want to work with you, they will work with you like they always have. For the most part, companies and organizations don't work with black people as far as when they are entrepreneurs and trying to do businesses. Some push through it, work hard, and get where Byron Allen is. Some push hard and just get beat down so bad that they just give up, especially after 10 years. Not speaking of myself, but speaking of someone I know dearly. Now, this article says Byron Allen and Comcast have settled the long-running racial discrimination lawsuit over Allen's cable channel that went all the way to the Supreme Court last November. So it was never about Byron Allen getting what he fought for when it went to the Supreme Court, because Byron Allen won. I think it's in the ninth court, he won. Going to the Supreme Court was making sure nobody else get where he is, for what I'm understanding. Comcast has reached a deal with Allen's Entertainment Studios to pick up 3 of his cable channels: Comedy TV, Recipe TV, and Justice Central TV. So these are his 3 networks, which is similar to Bravo Network and BET Network. Those picked up whatever, but mostly Bravo Network and other networks like him, I guess, such as CBS, NBC, CNN, all of that. But anyway, the PAC also amended the terms of Comcast's existing deal to carry. The PAC also amended the terms of Comcast's existing deal to carry Weather Channel, which is, I got that on my phone. I love the Weather Channel. The other channel is okay, but Byron Allen Weather Channel is really good too. And I like supporting black benefits. That's why I use Byron Allen's Weather Channel, because another Weather Channel is just as great, which Allen's company acquired in 2018. It also covers the retransmission consent rights to 14 local TV stations to Allen's Media Group has acquired during the past few months. So basically, Byron Allen is up there where we get to watch all this channel, buy in, get in, or whatever. Or they never own anything. I guess that would be based on what P. Diddy is saying. how P. Diddy revoked TV and the Breakfast Club and how all of they are. They don't own anything. They work for, like Breakfast Club works for iHeart TV. That's basically how that is. Now, Allen filed a $20 billion lawsuit against the media giant in 2015, asserting that the media giant violated the civil rights law by refusing to carry his portfolio of 7 niche cable channels. Comcast vehemently denied that race played a role in everything. But we're excited to begin a new phase of partnership with Comcast and Infinity. I think Infinity is New York, and I'm not sure if it's Georgia too. But see, my daughter, she was on Infinity, but she was in New York. So Comcast, Infinity, and including the distribution of our cable channels for the first time on Infinity platforms. That's Byron Allen, whatever. Founder, Chairman, and CEO of Entertainment Studios, Allen Media Group. Now, I ain't mad at the brother for getting where he is. My thing is, it is what it is. And I'm going to talk on that mix again because I don't care one way or the other. I'm going to watch TV how I watch TV because I ain't loyal to nobody, black or white. Now, Allen declined to elaborate on the matter. It's likely that the settlement included a confidentiality agreement. We're all pleased to have reached this multi-faceted agreement that continues our long relationship with the Weather Channel while bringing Infinity customers additional content. We look forward to an ongoing partnership, said BEC Senior Vice President of Video and Entertainment for Comcast Cable. So basically, he fought to get his entertainment studios / Allen Media Group. So he fought to get Allen Media Group onto Comcast and Infinity. Now it was the other one that didn't take him to court, and that's the stations we're on. I can't remember it right now, but anyway, it'll come. Now the CARES Pact also called for Comcast to launch the free Weather Channel app local now on its Infinity and Flex platforms. We love weather TV websites on authenticated basis. Comcast will also have VOD rights to the 3 new channels. I don't know what VOD is, but I will. Allen's suit maintained Comcast had violated a federal civil rights law from 1866, designed to ensure that black people had the same right to make and enforce contracts with white people. And that's where the suit had nothing to do with Allen. It had everything to do with everybody else who think they're going to get where Allen is. The lawsuit asserted that because race was involved in Comcast's decision making a cable giant, because Allen already won the case, so it went to the Supreme Court as something totally different. It wasn't about him, but it was because of him. The cable giant had violated the law known as Section 1981. Last November, attorney for Allen and Comcast squared off in the National High Court to argue over a narrow issue in the case involved the weather race was the sole factor in Comcast's rejection of Allen, or whether it was a motivating factor. Allen's team argued for the motivating factor standard, a significant applied to the burden of proof in the case, which would have been lighter on Allen's team had the justice agreed that the proving the motivating factor standard was right test for Earth. Because see, once you go to the ninth court, like I say, black people can still do as Allen did and go to the ninth court and win. But once they go to the Supreme Court, in the Supreme Court, they'll always win. Well, you won here, but you know, once we take it to the Supreme Court, another black person won't win. That's how I see that. Now, in March, the court ruled 9-0 in favor of Comcast's argument on the interpretation of the question, sent the lawsuit back to the lower courts to refile. Now, it's understood that the settlement picked up steam when before the Supreme Court decision was issued. Allen also had a $10 billion lawsuit proceeding. Yeah, Charter Communications. That's what we're on. The Charter Communications pending against the giant Charter Communications. The litigation against the prominent black media entrepreneur had become a PR nightmare for Comcast and Charter, particularly a time of heightened sensitivity to the racial justice. This racial justice is all this is, and it is what it is. Allen previously settled a litigation against DirecTV that also led to the Entertainment Studio channel being picked up by. It's like Antonio and Vet say. This going to the Supreme Court was basically about all black people in general. You can go to the Ninth Circuit Court and you'll win. But once we go to the Supreme Court, you won't win because Allen already lost that. Allen didn't lose it because Allen wasn't a part. Allen originally wasn't. It wasn't about him. It was about Comcast and the Civil Rights Amendment. It was those two. He was just a sidebar sitting there watching to see how it turned out because he had already won. But anyway, that's what this is all about, and I'm not connected to the Matrix, so none of this really, I don't really care about any of this because I'm going to own my own business, make my own money, in this earth. Because working 9 to 5 for people and trying to be connected to these people, it's not worth it unless you are someone like Byron Allen. And I just want to see who else gonna get there, but right now, I don't care. Because either way, even simple people like us can come up with our own way of doing things. They'll come back and counteract it, and make sure that all one of them sell it out, and you still connected to them, still got the back. But anyway, that's how I feel about that. So that's it for this video. Give the channel a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.